Hey, what's up? It's Bill of the Universe, and I'm going to do the birth chart reading of Teyana Taylor. So, I was looking at photos in Google, deciding which one to use, and I'm looking at her and I'm just like, damn, she needs to play the biopic of Dionne Warwick. Walk on by. Whitney's cousin. And also when I looked her up, it said singer-songwriter. And I was like, interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, she looks like Dionne Warwick to me. And I wonder if anyone's told her that. I wonder if that's like a common thing. I wonder if we all know this already. But yeah, she looks like Dionne Warwick. And it's so funny because then I instantly remembered Dionne Warwick is also a Jyestha native. She either has Jyestha Moon or Jyestha Sun. Dionne does. But Teyana is a Jyestha Sun. There's so much to unpack with Jyestha. First of all, it's a Mercury nakshatra, which means there's an emphasis on the hands, and it makes these people look young. Dionne Warwick looks really good for her age, and she's very healthy too. I keep going back to Dionne Warwick. It's like, this is not about fucking Dionne Warwick. This is about Miss Taylor. Hello. But why do I say that? It's because Mercury, it's just about youth. That song Walk On By. I was like she was a young people's singer. And I think Teyana Taylor was a child actor, right? So anytime you see Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., Disney movies, it's going to be heavy Mercury and it's going to be heavy Moon. Those two planets are the planets of youth. And she is a Mercury sun because she's a Jyestha sun. That's a Scorpio, by the way. She's a Scorpio sun. And she's a Hasta moon. Hasta is a moon nakshatra. And it sits in the Rashi of Virgo, which is a Mercury nakshatra. So she's got like Mercury on moon. So this would have made her perfect for being a child actor. There's so much Mercury that makes you a good songwriter. It also makes you a good piano player. She totally has placements that will make her a good piano player. I wonder if she plays piano. If she doesn't play piano, like, you need to tell her to play piano, because Mercury is also the hands, and Mercury is very high intellect. Jyestha, which is where she's sitting, which is where her sun is sitting, that also is Mars. And Mars is a warrior and Mars is a fighter. Mars fights back. Mars is brave. So Mars needs like a passion and needs something to sink their teeth into. Because otherwise, Mars can be a little bit too cray for their own good. So, and Jyestha is perfect mixture of Mercury and Mars, where she's got the Mercury for the hands and she's got Mars, which makes her devoted. Mars is a very devoted, Mars is the warrior, right? This is Vedic astrology. So this is different than normal Western astrology. So she was born December 10th. In Western astrology, that would make her a Sagittarius. But accurately, the sun was under the constellation of Jyestha, which is the Antares star. It's a star in the heart of Scorpio. So that's where the sun was the day she was born. And every December 10th for the last like 600 years. This is why I do Vedic astrology. This is also tied in with Hinduism. This is tied in with the deities and the mythology. So, and we go not just into the constellations, but we go into the stars. So when I say Jyestha and Hasta, Jyestha is a star within the constellation of Scorpio, and Hasta is a star within the constellation of Virgo. So she's a Scorpio sun, and she's a Virgo moon. Virgo moon women are very beautiful. They're very dainty. They're very feminine. Their energy is very light. And it literally is a light nakshatra. I think it's called Kshipra. I think it's called Kshipra Nakshatra, where it's basically like light. This is why also they make very good child actors because this is a nakshatra that's actually really good for entertainment. This is really good homemaker. This is a really good entertainer. This is a really she's very this is very good like know-how. This is very good diplomacy. Now the thing is that Jyestha because Jyestha is Mars, it's Scorpio. We're going back to Jyestha, and it's Mercury, which is, yes, the hands, but it's also the voice. Mercury is a writer. So I know it says she was a songwriter, so this makes perfect sense. She's a Hasta Moon. You know who else is a Hasta Moon? Is a great fucking songwriter is Alicia Keys. And she's a piano player. That's what I'm saying. Like, this girl needs to play the fucking piano. Um, What was my point? Oh, but Jyeshtha, because it is Mars, which is fierce, which is fighting, it can be tamasic, and it's mixing in the nakshatra lord, which is Mercury, which is the words. Sometimes these people can fight with their words. Sometimes they say they're nasty. Sometimes they're just nasty. Sometimes they're ghetto. Sometimes they say nasty shit. Sometimes sometimes they fight back. You know who's Jyeshtha Moon is Mike Tyson. You know, he has a reputation. He had a reputation for being very combative. You know who has their Mercury in Jyeshtha? Mercury, like I said, the planet of speech, is Regina George's character. What's that girl's name? Rachel McAdams. Her Mercury is in Jyeshtha. And Regina George was very bitchy. She was kind of cunty. She snapped back. You know, Mercury is words. You got to remember, this is on one hand why they're such good songwriters because they're good with words. But Jyeshtha here, being in the star of being in this constellation of Scorpio, this can give them a biting wit. Um, this is just what Mercury does. Mercury makes these women so beautiful and dainty, and it'll give them like long limbs. It'll make them long looking, and even if they're short, they will be. Sorry, I don't know why all of a sudden my allergies. Even if they're short, they'll be so thin that they just look long. You know what I mean? And energies attracts light. You know what I mean? So like I said, Dionne Warwick was a Mercury woman because she had Jyeshtha as well, and Dionne's cousin Whitney Houston also was a Mercury woman because she was Revati Moon, and she also was very feminine and very dainty and very it looked like she had long limbs. I don't know how tall Whitney was, but she was so thin it made her look like she had long limbs, as she was long and slender, right? Mercury women can have this look. And Dionne was very slender. She'd never been big. And this girl seemed to has that same, and I saw those. I was looking at pictures, like searching for a good one for the profile, and I was like, damn, this girl got a body and a half. I would really love to know her ascendant. I don't know her ascendant though. Okay. I did look at some placements that I want some confirmation. Is she a bisexual? Because Hasta women in general can have a period of their life where they actually were gay, where they had girlfriends. The other thing is she's got 3 planets in Sagittarius. It's not that Sagittarius is gay, but there is a star called Mula Nakshatra that honestly is gay. A lot of the men and women, a lot of men with this nakshatra of Mula and Sagittarius, because they are actually kind of low-key they overcompensate, and they'll be in the military, they'll be fighters, they'll have short tempers, they'll have you know what I mean, and then or they'll just be gay. Like Jeffree Star is a Mula native, and so anyway, she has a Mula star. She has her Venus in Mula. Also, modality, what modality am I trying to think of? The moving ones. The mutable ones. Thank you, God. The mutable signs. Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini. Those are gay signs. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen this so much in every. I'm a gay person, first of all, and I'm a Virgo Moon. It's crazy. I'm gonna do like a case study. I'm gonna make a whole documentary about it. Like, I promise you. But anyway, she's got 4 planets, including her moon, in mutable signs. So that just makes me wonder if she's bisexual. I did see child, like I said, I saw child actor placement. She's a Hasta moon, that's Mercury, plus it's a moon nakshatra. She's a Jyestha Sun, that's a Mercury nakshatra, and she's got her sun in the third house. The third house is like, it's kind of low key the stage. Like 10th house is actually the stage. It's like the public display, everyone sees it. But third house is kind of low key the stage too, because first of all, it's Gemini. It's like playing with people, it's acting with people, it's your siblings, and this in she's got a Mercury nakshatra in here, so it just makes, and so this is really good for actually, you know what it's actually really good for? Competition. You know what? It's so funny. I wonder if she plays sports. I wonder if she likes basketball. Again, this would be really good for a basketball player, because Jyestha is the hands, and it's also Mars because it's Scorpio. And I see athletes with third house in Scorpio. What's his name? LaMelo Ball. He has his third house in Scorpio, and he's apparently a very good basketball player. And who else? I think it was Rob Gronkowski, that really fucking sexy white dude, football player. And he's kind of known for being like coming across as stupid. Oh my god, ladies, look him up. Rob Gronkowski. He is just big and beefy. Anyway, he's got his third. He's got his third house in Scorpio. So these people are very intense. And third house is the house of competition, right? So you actually want something that's fierce, that's tough, that's kind of like, that's going to push back. You want that energy in the third house. And she's got her sun there. And Jyestha Sun is a friendly malefic, meaning it's a friendly energy, the sun, but it knows how to be bad if it wants to be. And so not only that, but it's in, like I said, Jyestha. Jyestha is that star in Scorpio. So she's a Scorpio sun in the third house of competition. This makes her a go-getter. Makes her very intelligent. Makes her very intelligent. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Jyestha can sometimes be an enemy. Sometimes can be the bad guy. Not to say she's a bad person at all, but like Jyestha, Mars in general Mars fights, Mars starts shit, Mars can instigate, Mars talks shit. Mars isn't afraid. You know what I mean? Mars is the warrior. Who do we send when it comes down to actual conflict? We send Mars people. Mars people are fierce. What's my fucking point? Oh, Jyestha. Yeah, you know who's a Jyestha moon? Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a Jyestha moon. Like I said, that boxer Mike Tyson is a Jyestha person. So Mars, this is now that whole bad guy that can definitely be expressed through Mars, like hands down. I don't care if you're a female. Like if you want to, that side of you can come out. Or you can use that to like serve other people, because warriors serve people, warriors serve others. So there is that. So it's completely it's like you're born with these influences, but then it's up to you to decide how you're actually going to use that energy. Maybe she did have a past where she was like, yeah, I used to talk shit. I used to be, I used to have enemies. I used to be loud with it, I don't know, she has a lot of beauty placements. Ooh, she got a lot of beauty placements. First of all, she got Ketu and Pushya. That means she's got her south node in Cancer. Cancer is the most beautiful sign. And then Pushya. So Angelina Jolie is Pushya. And Halle Berry is Pushya. And I'm like blanking. Meryl Streep is Pushya. And Jennifer Lopez is Pushya. A lot of beautiful women are Pushya. This is Moon and Saturn. Saturn makes you long. Saturn makes you muscular. Saturn makes you fierce. And then Moon is just very beautiful. So yeah, she's got a loaded fourth house. Fourth house again is the house of the mother. Moon naturally rules the fourth house, and not only that, but she's got two benefics in the fourth house, which is already a benefic house. That is really really good. That means that she's got Mercury and fucking Venus in the fourth house. Venus in the fourth house by itself is just so beautiful. But then she's got Mercury there as well, so it's just two benefics. Now she does have Saturn there. And it is an Uttara Ashada. I think that's so interesting. It's like it's almost kind of like she had this she might have had this insecurity with her beauty or something like that, or she feels like she has to work at it. But that's interesting because she is very muscular, and Saturn makes you muscular. That's interesting. So is she sporty or something? Anyway, sorry. um oh, not only that, but then her actual Venus has directional strength because it's in the fourth house. And then she's got a Gaja Kasari yoga because her two benefics, the Venus and the Mercury, are aspected Kendra from the moon. So this is really good for domestic pursuits. And it's really good for intelligence too. And it's really good for dignity, like your fame. And of course, I do see writer placements. Like I said, Mercury is the writer. So I heard she's a songwriter. Hasta people just are naturally talented people. I hate to say it, but your boy, Bill of the Universe, is also a Hasta moon, just like this lady right here. I've been a musician since I was a kid. I was always first chair. I was the best. And then I was a musician in New York on Broadway for a couple years. And then I've been a teacher for like 12 years. So anyway, I mean, piano was like my thing for so much of my life. And so I can definitely see, and Bach was a Hasta moon as well. You know what? Also, I'm glad I'm saying this before I get into the writer placements, which this girl needs to be a teacher. If she was not famous, she would probably be a teacher. Because Jyestha, I keep going back to Jyestha. Jyestha is also mythically a protector of innocent ones, a protector of children. So I think that's interesting. Anyway, moving on. She's got writer placements. Hasta Moon. Oh, you know who else is Hasta Moon? Is Ariana Grande, and she writes her songs. She's a singer songwriter too. I wonder if she plays piano. But anyway, yeah. And you know what Ariana Grande also does? And remember, I said this is the hands. Hasta actually means hand. She's a tarot card reader. And Dionne Warwick, who was a Jyestha, just like Teyana, was spent part of her career being a psychic. So I actually wonder, now that I look at it, this could also be a metaphysical type chart. This could also be a chart that's interested in astrology, that's interested in tarot card readings and mystical things like that. This could be an occultic type chart. Occultic doesn't have to mean anything scary. Something that's occulted, that just means that it's hidden. So then when you're an occultic person, you're someone who unhides it. You know what I mean? To uncovers it. That's all that means. And so I wouldn't be surprised if she actually has a type of I guess I should say a type of psychic or a type of metaphysical ability, you know. I do see business again with the Jyestha Sun and Hasta Moon. The astrologer Claire Nocti did a study on the world's richest people, and then out of all 27 nakshatras, the second number 2 placement was Hasta Nakshatra. That's exactly where this lady's moon is. So I see again, it's because of Mercury. Mercury is the karaka of business. So this lady is just so good at business. And then the number one nakshatra was Jyestha. It was Jyestha Moon. Now she's got Jyestha Sun, but the point is that energy. Again, it's a Mercury nakshatra. So she's got Mercury nakshatra next to a Mercury Rashi. That's crazy. Her Mars is in Taurus. That's another business aspect. Mars is where you spend all your energy. Taurus likes to collect. Taurus is Venus, honey. Taurus likes to collect beautiful things. Taurus is very sensual. And then her fourth house. Yeah, fourth house is house of security. You know, that's a moon house. Moon is very security. When someone has a lot of moon in their chart, they can be very rich because Moon is a princess. So Moon is not trying. When you think of Moon, I want you to think of Princess Jasmine in her, in her temple or whatever, way up high. Like that is the Moon. So, and Princess Jasmine lives in the fourth house. Okay. So when you have planets in the fourth house, this can up the beauty and it can up the money. So she's got 3 planets in the fourth house, and it's benefics, which is good. Benefit, right? Venus and Mercury. She's got Venus in her fourth house with a Jyestha Sun and a Hasta Moon. Yeah, you know what? She could also run businesses. I could see her running businesses because, like I said, Mercury. This lady is so Mercury. They're multi-talented is what it is. They have a lot of excess energy and a lot of mental excess energy where they have insomnia. They stay up late. They write. They make lists everywhere. They have thousands of notebooks. They have all these planners. They're kind of nerdy, actually. They can be they're very organized. Where is her Mercury? In Sagittarius in the fourth house. It's in Purvashada. Oh, it's ruled by Venus. Yeah, she might, and she's a Hasta Moon. She might be a little bit OCD. Not even gonna lie. That's very, very, very particular with the details. Yeah. Should I read the yogas? Let me go ahead and read these yogas real quick, and then I gotta go. Okay. She's got a Mala Yoga. Okay, let me look for that. Hold on. Dala. She got a Mala Yoga. That's when all benefics are in the 3 kendras. Blessed with consistent enjoyments, good vehicles, good food and clothes. So that's the yoga. That's a Mala Yoga. So she has a Mala Yoga. What else does she have? She has a Yupa Yoga. So that's an Akriti Yupa. And it's an arc. Oh, okay. I see it. Okay, contented, learned, wealthy, valorous, engaged in sacrificial rituals. That's interesting to me. Blessed with home comforts, pursues worldly duties. That's very, very interesting. These yoga information. This is yogas that have been. These are like information that has been passed down for thousands of years. So this is a very, very old type of astrology this is the ancient Indian Vedic astrology. Moving on. Okay, and she also has a Nauka. And that's a what? That's another arc. No, I see it. Okay. Famous, miserly, greedy, ambitious, fickle, earns through water-related pursuits. Now, that's when you have planets continuously in the first 7 houses. And she does have 2 planets in other houses, but all her planets pretty much are in the first 7 houses. So, yeah. Next one I see is Pasha. So that's a Sankhya Yoga. Pasha. Okay, large family. adept in work, so she's very, very good. Skillful in earning wealth. Remember, I was talking about those wealth placements? So, not only does she have wealth placements in her chart, but then this yoga, like almost solidifies it, like almost guarantees it. The fact, you know what I mean? Crafty, which is very Mercury. Impolite. Remember, I said Jyestha can talk shit? I told you. Likes living in the forest. That's interesting to me. So I wonder if she's going to wind up. Many drawbacks because Pasha means bondage. And that's interesting. And she is a Hasta moon. Hasta moon can actually have many drawbacks. It's because Hasta is Virgo, and Virgo is very humble. You know, so these people, it's like these people's morals can sometimes be in conflict with their ability because they're so smart. They have the ability to get all this wealth, but then it's like their morals almost sometimes keep them from, which is interesting because she has Saturn in the fourth house, and fourth house is security, and Saturn is delay or drawbacks. Interesting. Okay, anyway, indulges in worldly pleasures and creates spiritual bondage. That's interesting because Jyestha, you know what? The moon is debilitated in Jyestha. Like Jyestha is actually known for being honestly not a good placement. It's a suffering placement. Eighth house is a moksha house. It's releasing from like the body, and it's a very, very turbulent time. So spiritually it can be very, very, very turbulent. So on one hand, this can make these people again metaphysical, very spiritual, very intuitive, but on the other hand, ups and downs, like even in the personal life, just like trauma. Yes. Okay. So then what? Her moon and is a Dvisva Baba Rashi. That's right. Because she's in a Virgo moon. So let's look up Dvisva Baba Rashi. Charitable, enthusiastic, resourceful. Duh. Didn't I just motherfucking tell you that Virgo's very humble? Charitable, enthusiastic, resourceful. Okay, then she's got a Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga is such a good yoga to have. It's one of the best yogas to have. Raja means king, okay, or royal, okay. So why does she have road? Because she has got her Mercury and Venus at Kendra from the Lagna. That's right, she does. Okay. Yeah, this makes them famous. This makes them popular. This makes them beautiful. Especially when it's Venus involved here and it's Moon involved here. Yeah. Good for her. What else? Well, I think I just about said everything that I wrote. Any last minute thoughts? No. Okay, if there's anything you'd like to add, please do so. Okay, cool. Bye.